A good day to one and all, and today I will be presenting a paper on prognostic investigation into melancholic maladies in hinterlands. The authors of this paper are Dr. Sunil Karamchandani, Kashish Shah, Moksha Shah, and Riyanshi Shah. These are the table of contents that will be presenting. So to give a brief overview and the objective why we have written this paper and for our research. Depression is one of clinically mental health ailments which results in a person regularly feeling sad, low or lack of interest and distorts the natural way of living. According to the statistics provided by the World Health Organization, yearly around one-fourth of the inhabitants in India sustain from commonly known as depression untreated, which is technically called major depressive disorder. The proposed work aims to accurately predict depression if any clinical help is not available, as the designed algorithm can be incorporated as an application in mobile phones. The purpose is to have a prognosis of depression in the initial stages for quick cures and to avoid tragic happenings like self-destruction and suicide. Introduction. Major depressive disorder is a serious mental disorder that profoundly affects an individual's quality of life. It is a complex disease whose exact causes are still varied. Depression can be seen in people having serious illness, people going through major changes or death of near and dear ones, while some having family history of depression. The gender of an individual may also make them more susceptible to depression. For example, hormonal changes that women go through in their lifetime make them twice as likely as depressed as compared to men. The study conducted by Elliot Marta that used a stress process perspective to analyze gender differences in depression causes concluded that women are more exposed to stressors than men, but they are not more vulnerable to them. Substance abuse has also proved to play a large part in an individual being depressed. National health statistics reflect higher weightage prevalence of mental morbidity in urban metros relative to the hinterlands. However, this is due to their agnostic nature. In 2019, the onset of COVID-19 pandemic led to an increase in the concerns about mental health, including concerns about suicide ideation. In January 2021, a surprising 41% of adults identified anxiety and major depressive disorder symptoms. This statistics has been majorly stable since the spring of 2020. The United Nations reported that higher than usual levels of symptoms of depression and anxiety were recorded in worldwide countries. In India, an estimation of 56 million people suffer from depression, but while 20% of the country's population suffers from mental illness, only 12% at the most seek for mental health concerns. Our research aims to explore the reasons for developing major depressive disorder in the rural population of Kenya. With adequate results, the approach can be used to assess depression on a similar demographic like rural India. The major area of focus is the interdependencies of factors like agro-based livelihood, varied assets, family-related statistics, and the consequent financial stresses affecting the mental health of an individual. Depression prediction based on these causes have been discussed in this paper. Methodology. So we have followed the following steps to go through the methodology. The first is data collection. According to the statistics, the rural population of India accounts for 65% of the total population of the country. Similar to this, Kenya holds 72.49% of rural population in the country. Hence, India and Kenya have similar rural and urban population. The primary occupation of rural regions of both countries is agriculture. 80% of the rural Kenya depends on agriculture, while 82% of India earns through agriculture as primary occupation. This also leads to similar rural primary occupation in the rural areas, that is agriculture. This study involves 75% constraints based on factors such as age, gender, marital status, household size, financial and health conditions, and alcohol consumptions. The research candidates were also screened for depression using a verified instrument. The tool used to screen depression was an epidemiological measure the examination and interpretation of the arrangement, paradigm, and parameters of health and disorder conditions in a specific set of inhabitants rather than a clinical that is based on medicine measure. This data set contains 1,430 sample cases collected on different days of the week. Data description. It contains, as I said, 1,430 sample cases collected on different days of the week. The research candidates were also screened for depression using a verified instrument. Now these 75 constraints were age, gender, household, marital status, etc. Now a histogram was used to visually represent the variations and the pattern of distribution of continuous variable by bar plotting numerical repetitions of each categorical value. We deduced that majority of respondents were below the age of 45 and also that maximum responses were between age group of 20 to 40. By studying the categorical plots, we concluded that female respondents were considerably higher than male respondents. Hence, our depression model will be able to predict more accurately in females than male respondents. Also, we have deduced that the number of children does not appear to influence the determining factor whether the respondent is depressed or not. Data cleaning and feature engineering. Now data is directly fed if the data is directly fed before cleaning, it can reduce the performance of the prediction model and have a negative impact on the accuracy. Hence, we clean the data before applying it to the prediction algorithm. It involved taking care of missing values, removing outliers, duplicate, incorrect formatting due to file encodings, and normalizing the dataset. After cleaning the data, we were left with 62 columns after dropping corrupted and almost empty columns. Feature engineering. Feature engineering is a cardinal process in machine learning techniques. It determines the most impactful features of the data, which in turn increases the accuracy and the performance of the model. With even a less optimal and simple model with less time complexity but flexible of good features, considerably good results can be achieved. We have implemented numerical and categorical imputation based on the column types. Outliers have been detected and the percentile standard deviation method, and 2 columns have been dropped by observing the box plots. Finally, the numerical columns have undergone the scaling process and one-hot encoding has been implemented on the categorical columns. The numerical columns have been scaled by passing the minimum and maximum values. We perform feature selection using Pearson correlation matrix. The higher value of correlation will be, the stronger the relation will be between them. After analyzing the correlation matrix, we drop one of each from the highly correlated columns. Finally, we select the features highly correlated in the output column, that is depressed or not. In the end, we prepare the final data set of the most 20 impactful columns to feed to the algorithm. The main aim to use a Kenya rural data set is because it is demographically alike India. After cleaning, we reduce the final input factors to 20 in order to avoid overfitting. Training and hyperparameter tuning. The final output from the data set is a binary classification with 2 possible outputs, that is depressed or not depressed. After studying the data set and the requirements, we opt at 7 prediction algorithms to determine whether the inhabitant is depressed or not, while the most impactful 20 features have been found by exploratory data analysis and feature filtering. The 3 algorithms applied to these features and the performance of each model were analyzed by including accuracy, confusion matrix, precision, recall, area under ROC curve, and F measure. Confusion matrix comprised of true positive, true negative, false positive, and false negative. An optimal model should have minimum false positive and false negative and maximum true positive and true negative. The false positive and false negative should also be equally distributed. We have finally out of the 7 models that we use, XGBoost has made the best result on the basis of predicting whether the depression or not. Evaluating each model to estimate best one was using the confusion matrix, which is used to describe the performance of the models. It quantifies how well an algorithm classifies data points by providing the number of true positive, true negatives, false positive, and false negatives. True positives are a case that predicted yes were actually depressed, and true negatives are the case where the predicted no and were not depressed. False positive are the cases that predicted yes but were not depressed, and false negative are the cases that were predicted no but were depressed. The odds help inform the predictive accuracy of the models. All of these matrices have been calculated for each table, and the comparison has been shown in the table. From the table, we overall can see that the XGBoost can be considered as the best algorithm for the MDD, that is major depressive disorder prediction, out of all. Now, one of the reasons that XGBoost has done better than KNN, that is K-neighbors, is that it has the least difference between the testing and the training accuracy. The recall is one, the F1 score is also good. The Gini and Kappa coefficients are also in the level which is required, and the odds are also quite high. Hence, we deduce that XG boost model as the best performance. Conclusion. Depression is one of the most prevailing and widespread mental health conditions. It is only worsening with pandemic and that the world is facing today. Depression can be predicted using day-to-day lifestyle habits as well as apart from the psychological methods. It is ingrained in the eccentric habits, nature, and the way of living of the people. From a research paper, we have shown that the practicable methods to predict depression using an approach that only requires passive data like physical health, financial conditions, family age. This novel approach is implemented using the various machine learning algorithms, and the best result is shown by extreme gradient boosting. By using the same, we have been able to achieve an accuracy of 92.66% and an F measure of 0.086. However, there has not been much research in providing aid for depression patients in Kenya. In this model, we have trained is based on the data for one small region, and in order to use it in a broader spectrum, we need to improve the data set by including various rural areas, and the second drawback that it lacks personal traits. Now, if we this approach can be used as if we get passed through this limitation, this approach can be used as a rapid test by professionals to identify the risk of depression. A proposed approach can be implemented in various rural areas where there is lack of resources and medical help. It can be an appropriate step for early diagnosis and reduce the effects of depression for the inhabitants to look forward to hail a happy life. Thank you. These are the references that we have used in the paper. Thank you.